I'm back, and today we're going to be checking out one of Jan McClain's 2002 Lollipop girls. This is a good time to tell you I felt like I haven't been fancy in a while, so I decided to put on a shirt. That's literally all I did, and let down my hair. But anyways, back to this. We're gonna be checking out Cassie from sunny Southern California. Now, Cassie is one of the first 6 that debuted in the initial collection, also known as the inaugural collection, back in 2002. And on the back of the box, we can see the other 5 dolls in this initial launch, which includes Pippi, who I actually have over there. But I'm gonna be saving her for a different day because I've heard that my videos tend to run on a little long. So today, I'm going to attempt a shorter, less long-winded video and see how that goes for us. Now, if you aren't aware, Jan McClain actually is a New Zealand designer, and she's been creating porcelain dolls since the late 80s. I want to say 87, and she actually created the Lollipop girls in a 25-inch porcelain scale as well, but they go for mucho dinero. So she wanted to create a vinyl line for, you know, us less money-filled pocket people. Hooray! Who can't afford to spend that money on a porcelain doll, which will probably break in Jen's residence, as many of my old collectibles have over the years. So I'm quite excited about this doll here, and I can't wait to open it up. So like I said, this here is Cassie, and we're gonna get a great look at her box. Oh my god! We're gonna get a better look at the packaging! Wow, Jen. Once we switch down to the table. But I do want to point out that I'm pretty positive this is not the only package design that came for the inaugural launch, because I'm pretty sure I recall seeing some that actually had the words inaugural collection or something on the front. We're gonna stop talking about her box now and switch down to the table where we could just check it out. All right, so we are down at the table, and as you can see, this box is pretty large. It's gonna be a little tricky to show it off, but I will do my best. Beginning with the front. This package has a pretty minimalistic design, and I'm pretty sure that's because they wanted the doll to stand out for itself and catch our eye, as opposed to relying on printed images, and I think it's working. She has a very large clear plastic window that says Lollipop Girls, Jan McClain Designs at the bottom, and right through that we get our Cassie doll attached to a mirrored card with 4 lollipops around her legs. 1 red and the other 3 are pink and white, with the largest one saying, "Hi, I'm Cassie. I'm from sunny Southern California." And because this is literally it, there's nothing to hide here, meaning if you were to have picked this up in store, you would have been able to pick the best looking one of the bunch, and of course been able to see everything that comes with your doll. On either side of the package, we have images for different dolls in the collection. So on the right, we have Bridget, Sissy, and Pippi, and on the left we have Bibi, Cassie, and Lulu. And on the back of the box we have full head-to-toe images of each doll, and it says, "We're the Lollipop Girls," and we get a little bit of info about each one. Meet the Lollipop Girls, international fashion models from around the world. Bridget from Germany, Cassie from Southern California, Pippi from France, Bibi from Barbados, Lulu from England, and Sissy from down under Australia. Lollipop Girls are fashion icons. Long legs, big eyes, sweet smiles, great hair, sassy clothes. A unique style combining youthful innocence with grown-up confidence and attitude. The Lollipop Girls, a look that is truly delish. And lastly, it lets us know that Jan McClain has been designing dolls since 1986, and the Lollipop Girls are her gift to girls everywhere. All right, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Ooh, so shiny. It smells like soap in there. That's so strange. She's secured at the back with a little bit of twist ties and some tape. Okay, so my doll is free. She's super cute. The last thing I need to do is carefully remove this plastic sewn bit from her hair. Before I set her down, I'm just gonna put a napkin underneath her face so I don't scratch it up. So let's go. I've found the 2 pieces of plastic and I'm gently gonna pull apart. Yes. All right, there we go. Ooh, her choker is quite loose. All right, so here's my doll. She's absolutely gorgeous, if you don't mind a little cherub baby face on a teenage fashion model. Creepy? Maybe a little. Interesting? Definitely. Now, before we can check her out properly, I'm gonna need to pause for a moment and look for a doll stand that we can use, because sadly, she did not come with one. And this may prove to be a little difficult considering she has one of the smallest waists I've ever seen on a doll. like it is literally the size of her thigh. So if anyone ever had a problem with Barbie's proportions, they are in for a treat with the Lollipop girls. Alright, I am back and I did find a selection of 3 different doll stands for us to test, which includes a Rainbow High doll stand. I picked this one because it's the tallest one I could think of, or at least that I knew where it would be in my house. I've got an LOL OMG doll stand, which is a little short, but the waist is a nice tight fit. So I'm hoping that it could potentially work with her waist size. And lastly, I have an older Barbie doll stand, which goes right between our doll's legs, and she would straddle it. But unfortunately, this one is also short, so I don't hold out very much hope. But who knows, one of them might work. So I'm going to change the camera angle so we can actually see, and we'll give them a whirl. Let's get started with the Rainbow High doll stand, the tallest of all the stands. It looks like it should work, but don't let that base fool you guys, because I really don't think it will. No, it does not. I was kind of hoping it would because it matches the boots so perfectly, which by the way are giving me Sailor Moon vibes, but sadly I think it's a no-go. So we'll try the OMG doll stand, which is quite obviously too short, but my hope is that we might be able to hug it around her legs. Hold on, maybe not that size. I'll try one of the attachments from the new Dance 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 line since they offer bigger pieces, and yeah, technically that works. But the problem here is that anything that rubs against these boots are gonna leave an imprint, and I know this because I just touched it with my nail and it left an imprint, which means the Barbie stand is our final hope. And it looks like it could work because it's similar in height, but a lot of that is base and it doesn't actually get there. But surprisingly, as long as we don't move her too much, it kind of hugs in between her thighs. Hooray! Alright, now that we found a way to stand up our doll, we can take a proper look at her, starting with her hair, which is long, straight, and platinum blonde, styled in a half up, half down ponytail with long blunt bangs across her forehead and a bright red ribbon on top. And if we turn her around, we can see that she's got a painted scalp and lots of rooting, which gives us a nice full head of hair without any shedding. In fact, it's really silky and smooth. Moving down to her face, Cassie has bright blue animated eyes, which matches her eyeshadow, and hopefully you guys can see that. She's also got some painted eyelashes on both the upper and lower lash line, and if we move her bangs out of the way, we can see some really dark eyebrows. She also has rosy cheeks, a cute little nose, and shiny red lips with extra details like creases and even a light brown lip liner on top. And I actually just noticed she's even got a little bit of a chin there, and that she has some metallic stud earrings, although I can't tell if they're silver or rose gold. But there you go, that's the end of her face, and it's beautiful. Continuing on, she does come fully dressed in a shiny black pleather looking vest over top of a white long sleeve shirt. It's got some lacy wrists and 3 little black beads in the front. She has a swirled red and white plastic lollipop which fits just inside her right hand and is totally removable, a thin black choker around her neck which I'll have to tighten since it's a little loose, as well as a red purse which is stitched to her left shoulder. Moving down, she's also wearing a matching shiny black pleather skirt with a fringed bottom and a rhinestone belt. And lastly, on her insanely long legs, Cassie also has some bright red thigh-high boots, as if she needed to gain height. And now we can get her undressed to see what her proportions are actually like, and of course check out the quality of the clothes. So I'm going to start by snipping the purse free from the shoulder and from the inside of the vest, because I just realized it's attached there too. It's small, round, with a long strap, and made of the same material as the vest, skirt, and boots. So here's her vest. It is all one piece, and there are no pockets on it, and on the inside everything looks like it's stitched together pretty well, and I wasn't expecting to see that there would be a liner in there. I wonder if that's to prevent bleeding of the color onto her white shirt? Who knows? If you know, let me know. Next up we have her shirt, which opened just behind those black buttons there with a single piece of Velcro. And I think that's pretty cool because usually doll clothes open at the back. And on the inside, everything looks like it's stitched together pretty well, except a few little threads that aren't unraveling when I pull them, so I can snip these and we shouldn't have a problem. And I was a little worried about the collar earlier because it looked like it was sticking up, but that might have just been from when I was messing around with her hair because it's sitting nice on her shoulders now. The only thing that isn't is actually her lapel, but I should be able to fix that, no problem. Next, we have her boots, which actually came off pretty easily since they weren't perfectly fitted to her legs. So these have a black plastic heel and the rest is a very thin pleather fabric, so I'm being extra careful not to stretch or crease it, because this material has a tendency to crack and peel over time, and if it does, you will definitely be able to see that. And oh my gosh, these are long, but how long? That's the real question. 5.5 inches, wow. Next up we have her skirt, which is moving around quite a bit now that her shirt's no longer tucked in, and that includes her rhinestone belt, which is hula hooping around her middle there. But luckily it is attached at the back next to the Velcro opening, so it's not just gonna disappear one day. Oh, I didn't expect her to be wearing panties. Honestly, I'm not sure how easy they would be to take off, but luckily I don't really think I have to because they are pretty basic. They're a black mesh fabric and they've got a full covered bottom. I know they're just underwear, but I am so excited. Oh, I forgot about the skirt. It looks good, by the way. The inside stitching was actually excellent. The only concerns I would have is that the rhinestone belt might break free one day, or that the skirt could peel and crack. When it comes to her body, it is made of 2 different materials, so her torso and arms are plastic, but her legs and head are vinyl. When it comes to movement, her head does have 360-degree rotation and also offers some tilt action. She's got rotating and hinged shoulders as well as elbows, and sadly she doesn't have any movement at the wrist, but we do get some painted red fingernails. She does twist at the waist and her legs extend at the hips going forward, backward, and can even stretch out a little bit side to side, but I wouldn't recommend it because it's not really doing much. And finally, she has bend and snap knees, giving us 10 points of articulation. And just because I'm interested to know, let's check some measurements. Her arms are just under 4 inches fully extended. That's crazy. Her legs come in at 6 3/4 inches. And lastly, head to toe, she is 11 3/4 inches. And there we go, guys, all the answers to the question that no one ever asked about the Lollipop girls. I feel so accomplished. I should probably stop now. But before I do, I just want to show you how much of a struggle I had putting her boots back on. Sadly, no matter how slowly or delicately I moved my hands, they cracked, peeled, and flaked, and now they're left with marks. Unfortunately, this is bound to happen considering the fabric was 20 years old, but I figured I might as well mention it in case you come across this issue yourself in future. Before we finish up, I'm just going to quickly check out the little booklet that was attached to the back of the box, because I totally didn't almost forget it. And here it is, looking exactly the same as it did 2 seconds ago while in the transparent sleeve. On the first page we have a black and white image of all 6 dolls, and it says the Lollipop girls. Long, lean, young, sassy, and impossibly beautiful. They're ambitious, successful, and the cameras and crowds love them. From the catwalks of Europe to magazine covers all over the world. Meet the new breed of mega model. So inside we've got pictures of every girl plus a little bit of their history or story. So let's just find Cassie, since that's who I opened today. Ah, there we go. She's a California girl in every sense of the world. What? Do they mean word? Every sense of the word, that makes more sense. Born and raised in LA, this bubbly beauty inherited her drop-dead looks from her modeling mother, then carved out her own career as a fashion model and cover girl across the States and in Australia. Today she lives high in the hills overlooking her hometown with her 2 dogs. Cassie's secret is a careful diet, loads of mineral water, a rigorous daily workout with her personal trainer, and plenty of sleep. She works 10 months of the year and spends the rest of the time traveling, relaxing, and enjoying time with her family and friends. For this West Coast beauty, the sea is an endless fascination. One of the things I love most, says Cassie, is a bunch of us sitting in the sand with a bonfire roaring, singing our hearts out. It's funny how the simple things in life are always the most fun. This is actually so cute. I'm gonna need to make sure I take the time to read about all of the girls when I get a chance, but that would be a little bit boring for you guys since we didn't open them today. Okay guys, that's it for me, and that is it for Cassie, who is currently on the table until I'm ready to pick her up because I just know I'm gonna break something or ruin her hair. In the meantime, I'm just gonna say I thoroughly enjoyed this in ways that I didn't think I would, considering that she is both cute and also distracting to the eye all at once. But then again, that's what happens when a fashion designer creates an interesting looking doll. Am I right? To be honest, there's only a few more that I personally want from either collection, and sadly, the truth is I had a stroke of luck like 2 days ago when I found one of the dolls on my want list, who happens to be from the second release in 2003, and she was only $20, and she happens to be the one that I want the most. But when I messaged, the girl read my message because I could see that she'd seen it, and she refused to respond. So my little heart broke into about 6 million pieces, and now it's a puzzle. of sadness as to why nobody wants to take my money and give me the doll that I want. But anyways, I guess it wasn't meant to be. But at least I have Cassie. Okay, so here she is. I don't know why I'm trying to like levitate her on my hand. Probably not the best idea considering I don't want to ruin her. So far, I'm not doing a very good job of protecting her. It's not intentional. I just have a bit of a butterfinger situation going on here today. So yes, she looks super cute and adorable, and her strange proportions are growing on me. Now, obviously this is going to be a stretch, but I'm going to explain where my mind is going. And chances are half of you aren't going to understand what I'm talking about. Let's be real, 95% of you aren't going to know what I'm talking about. But basically, now that I've gotten over her baby face and teenage body look, I'm starting to get a Doctor Who vibe from her. It really doesn't make sense, honestly, but there's an episode of Doctor Who with the Slovene, and they are like baby-faced aliens. Like they have full-on baby faces. Mind you, they look alien, and they are on full-grown bodies. Also alien. But for me, I'm getting this strong connection to the Slovene and the Lollipop girls. Now, if you've seen that episode of Doctor Who or just happen to know the Slovene from Raxacora Fallopatorius because, you know, you like that sort of stuff, let me know down below if I'm super way off. Because, I mean, I know I am. This looks like a human child, and they're obviously alien, but that's where my mind is going. But I'm gonna put her down before I ruin her, and I'm just gonna point out one more time that I really wish she had a doll stand. It's almost like everybody knew how hard it would be to get your hands on something that fit her properly, which is most likely why they included one in the second wave of dolls. Or the second line of dolls. Maybe I should get some from that series. I don't know, but I'm gonna put her down for a quick sec and we can end things. If you know somebody who would enjoy today's video because they like super strange, interesting looking dolls, they specifically do enjoy the Lollipop girls because they are a fan of this random collection of dolls that not many people have heard of, or just because you want to support my channel, then please share this video with them. And if you enjoyed it yourself, then please make sure you remember to comment, like, and subscribe. You can let me know down below what you liked or didn't like. Have you heard of the Lollipop girls yourself, or do you happen to own any? And if so, who are they? Or is it? Yes, that works. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Oh, and don't forget, I'm gonna be opening Pippi soon, so if you're interested, make sure you don't miss that whenever it happens. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands, but they're here. They exist. Rawr.